Okay, so here we are. We're going to continue working with some variables. Last time we created a variable right here called x. We set it equal to 0, and then inside these functions right here, we either added 1, incrementally added 2x, or subtracted, depending on what function we were calling based on these two buttons here. And we were displaying that in the little header title here. So that's great and all. Let's play with them a little bit more. Let's create another function, or I'm sorry, another variable. We're going to call this variable, we'll just call it my text. Then we're going to set it equal to, how about just hello? We can also do another one here, and we'll say your name equals, and we'll say Jen. That's my wife's name. So that's great and fine and dandy. Let's create a new button down here that will run a function we're about to create. We'll say button type. It is a button. And we'll say on click equals, and we'll say to run a function that we're about to create, we'll just call it hello user. Then we're going to say user button for the text on the button. We're going to say close the tag with /button there inside that tag. So that's great. Now we need to actually create that function, hello user. So come up here to our JavaScript area, and inside our JavaScript tags, we're going to create a function. We'll call it hello user, and we'll give ourselves the squiggly brackets or braces here. And we're going to once again edit the div tag here of div1. So we're going to say, we're going to look throughout our entire document, our entire page here. We're going to say get element by ID, and we're looking for the one with the ID of div1. And we're going to say, we're going to edit the inner HTML, and we're going to set it equal to, and what are we going to set it equal to? Well, let's take those variables that we have, and first off, I want to put in our header tags here so that I don't forget later on, because it will change the way things work if I don't have that in the HTML code. If it works at all, it would give me small text rather than a header text like that. And we've so far created two variables. They were called my text and your name. So what we can do here is we can say plus my text plus your name. And then don't forget the plus, because we do have something after that over here. We will save that. And so basically we created variables like we did before, but this time they're strings. Now if I click this user button, it says hello Jen. There's no space there. Now we can do two things. We can add a space to the end of our variable here, like so, which would be the shorter way of doing it, but we could also do it this way of adding in a few more quotes here. We'll say, and basically we'll put a little string there that's just a space. And if we save that, refresh the page. I didn't save it. I do that sometimes. Think I hit escape and I don't. Okay. So now if I hit the user button, it says hello Jen. So last time we looked at numbers, and this time we looked a little bit more at strings as variables. Variables are variables. I mean, if you've done programming before, you understand them. So I'm not going into too much depth on here. I'm just showing you, because different languages put things together different. You might be using commas, or might actually have variables with symbols at the beginning like a $sign. But this is how it works in JavaScript. So I just wanted to display that. I can still click my minus button and my plus button here. Math is also done similarly. So let's actually go here to our add. Instead of creating a whole new function, I'm just going to edit this one. And I'm going to say x equals x, and I'll say x equals x plus 5. So now I'll save that. And now when I hit add title, you can see it says 5, then 10, then 15, because it's taking whatever x equals, which is 0 at the beginning, and adding 5 to it. So the first one it will display is 5, and then we added 5, which got us to 10, add 5 again, 15. If I add 5 to 15, we get 20. Add 5 to that, we get 25. Now the minus button still is just a -1 each time, so we can count down, and now we're not counting, we're still adding 5 each time, but we're not getting to round numbers that are divisible by 5. But once again, I'm assuming that you've done some sort of programming before and you understand variables. They're pretty much the same everywhere, just a little bit different how they're put together and how they are displayed. And that's what I've gone over here, and I hope you found this tutorial useful, and I hope that you have a great day. Please visit the links in the description and my website, filmsbychris.com. Have a great day.